Hello, my dear children. Today I'm here with a new video for you. It is for my grade 7 Geography English Medium students. So, my dear children, now in my earlier videos, I have explained a lot of lessons for you. If you have subscribed my channel, Sensei Lanka Online Education, you can search for my earlier videos. Because I'm continuing the lesson series, it is better to look at my earlier videos regularly. So you can learn a new lesson in that lesson series today. So we are in unit number 1, the planet Earth we live. This is our unit. We are in the first unit. So today it is part 4. Part 4. A new lesson is there for you today. Look at the topic, Introduction to Latitudes and Longitudes. A new lesson for you, something new will be there. Introduction to Latitudes and Longitudes. So my dear children, do you know these two words? Have you heard them earlier? As a lesson, I think you have not studied it because it is coming in grade 7. In grade 6, you can't learn this. So, latitudes and longitudes. අක්ෂාංශ සහ දේශාංශ කියන පාඩම. 7 වසරේදී තමයි අපි මුලින්ම ඉගෙන ගන්න. පාඩමක් විදියට. As a lesson, we are learning about them in grade 7. So, it's a bit big lesson. So, today I'm going to do the introduction part. After the introduction, I hope to discuss latitudes and longitudes separately. So if you stay with me, I will come with 2 more videos for latitudes and longitudes. So latitudes, Sinhala meaning is Akshansha. Longitudes, the Sinhala meaning is Deshansha. So now, shall we look at them? Do you know the meaning of them? මේ මොනවද? දන්නේ නෑ නේද? අක්ෂාංශ දේශාංශ කියනවා සිංහලෙන්. In English we say latitudes and longitudes. But what are they? What are the latitudes and longitudes? Here I have given you 2 definitions. There are 2 definitions for you. So shall we look at the first one? I will help you to read it. The imaginary lines drawn from north to south and east to west in our model globe are called longitudes and latitudes. So my dear children, this is a simple definition for longitudes and latitudes commonly. A common definition. The imaginary lines. Do you know the meaning of imaginary? Imaginary means they are not in real. They are not in real. ඇත්තටම නෑ. But we think they are there. We think these lines are there. But in real, we can't see them. The imaginary lines, not real. They are drawn. ඇඳලා තියෙනවා. They are drawn. From where to where? From north to south. East to west. In grade 6, did you learn the directions? Did you learn the directions lesson? If you can't remember, you can go to my grade 6 lesson series in my YouTube channel. There you can learn the directions lesson once again. So these are the 4 directions, 4 major directions. When we are learning latitudes and longitudes, we have to remember the direction. Then in our model globe, what is model globe? ලෝක ගෝලය, ආදර්ශ ගෝලය. අපේ පෘථුවිය කියලා අපි හිතාගෙන හදලා තියෙනවා ගෝලයක්. It is just like a ball. So, we are drawing these imaginary lines from north to south and east to west. Where do we draw? කොහෙද අඳින්නේ? On our model globe. So these imaginary lines are called longitudes and latitudes. I think now you have a small understanding about the lesson. Stay with me. I will show you some pictures to understand this. Before we go to the picture, do you like to look at the second definition? Shall we read it? They can be called the coordinate system by means of which the position or location of any place on Earth's surface can be determined and described. Pute, what is the meaning of it? For these longitudes and latitudes, we use another name. What is that name? When we think about the longitudes and latitudes together, we say they a coordinate system. A coordinate system. Why do we need this coordinate system? To find the correct location. Do you know that Google Map? There you can find the correct location. හරියටම ගෙදර තියෙන තැන location එක share කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Google Maps වල කොහොමද share කරන්නේ? By using the longitudes and latitudes. So පුතේ, we are using this coordinate system. That means longitudes and latitudes to say the correct location. නිවැරදි පිහිටීම හොයාගන්න පාවිච්චි කරනවා. So these are two definitions. Now look at this direction chart. This is for your knowledge. Can you see the 4 major directions and 4 sub-directions here? Look at them quickly. North, south. In our earlier definition, can you remember? We say they are the imaginary lines drawn from north to south. North to south. That means like this. And then we said west to east. We are drawing the lines west to east. මේවා ඇත්තටම නෑ. අපි හිතලා අඳිනවා. මෙහෙම තියනවා කියලා හිතනවා. So now, do you remember our lesson? North, south, west, east. These are the 4 directions. Don't forget it. If you forget the direction, you can't understand longitudes and latitudes. Okay. So Pute, look at this picture. See how beautiful. Have you seen this in real? If you go to your school geography room, you can see it there. If not, sometimes in your madam or the principal's office, ඉස්කෝලේ office එක ඇතුලේ සමහර වෙලාවට තියෙනවා. In some classrooms also. If you go to the school library, sometimes you can see it. So what is this? A model globe. If you go to a bookshop, you can buy them. You can buy model globes. There are very small model globes. There are very big model globes. If you go to a bookshop, you can buy them. So Pute, this is the model globe. In this model globe, we are drawing the longitudes and latitudes. We think they are there. තියෙනවා කියලා හිතනවා, හිතලා අඳිනවා. So this is a model globe. These are the methods of drawing. Can you see? The first one is showing the latitudes. The second one is showing the longitudes. So I'm not going to explain this more and more. Because in my future videos, I will come to meet you with separate lessons for longitudes and latitudes. For separate lessons on longitudes and latitudes. So now, shall we take a ball like this? You have to think now. If you don't have a model globe, You can take a plastic ball like this. Can you see it? Then we need a marker pen, not a permanent marker. If you want to erase it, you have to use this kind of a marker pen and a plastic ball like this. So here you can draw the longitudes and latitudes. Shall we go to our definition here? Look at the definition here. I will underline the important words. We are drawing them from north to south. So if this is a model globe, you have to assume this is a model globe. Make a globe එක කියලා හිතන්න. Then from north to south, you can draw the lines. Look at this. You can draw the lines like this. Look at the way of drawing. From north, top is the north, bottom is the south. From top to bottom, we are drawing these imaginary lines. ඇත්තටම නෑනේ අපි මේ හිතලා තමයි අඳින්නේ. So these are the longitudes, දේශාංශ. Then do you like to draw the latitudes? You can take another ball like this. You have to assume this is the model globe. If you want to draw the latitudes, you have to draw into this direction. Look at this. What are the two directions? From west to east. West to east. We are drawing from west to east. So you have to draw them like this. Look at the way I am drawing them. Now can you see? These are the latitudes. Do you like to do this activity at home? If you do this, you will never forget this lesson. You will never forget this lesson. So these are my two globes, two model globes. In this one, you can see longitudes. In this one, you can see latitudes. So you also can do the same activity and keep it with you. Then you will never forget the lesson. So my dear children, I think you enjoyed this small activity. If you stay with my videos always, you can learn a lot of things like this. So here, look at the topic, more about longitudes and latitudes. Now you know what are the longitudes and latitudes. They are not in real. First of all, you have to understand they are not in real. In the real world, when we are walking on the land, you can't see the lines. On the floor, can you see the lines? No. පොළවේ ඇඳලා නැහැ. They are not in real. They are drawn by us. අපි තමයි අඳින්නේ. කොහෙද අඳින්නේ? Where do we draw them? On the model globe. Just like this. Can you remember? So these lines are really helpful for us to find the exact location. So these lines are helping us to find the real location, the exact location. යම් කිසි ස්ථානයක නිවැරදිම පිහිටීම දැනගන්න තමයි අපිට අක්ෂාංශ දේශාංශ ඕන වෙන්නේ. To know the correct location of any place, we need the longitudes and latitudes. That is why learning latitudes and longitudes are important. Look at this. You can look at this picture and understand it. So my dear children, when you look at this map, can you identify letter P? Can you see letter P here? Do you know this country in orange color? Do you know this country? United States of America. America එක්සත් ජනපදය කියන රට. in this country, letter P is showing a city. Can you see this star? It is a city, a famous city. You want to go there, but it is a very big country. Is that easy to go and find? No, it's not easy. But if we know the longitudes and latitudes, we can learn the place quickly. Then we can go there. So look at this. Coordinates of point P. Put the coordinates. Now, do you know the coordinates? In my earlier definition, I explained you. Coordinates means longitudes and latitudes. These lines, they are having value. එයාලට වටිනාකමක් තියෙනවා, අගයක් තියෙනවා. They are having a value. So the coordinates for letter P. Can you see the coordinates? 38 degrees and 53 seconds north. And then 77 degrees west. Okay, you can understand what is this N, what is this W. They are showing the direction. You can learn them in my next 2 videos. So please subscribe me. If you subscribe my channel, you will get all the notifications about my future videos. So you can learn the other lesson in my next video. That is the lesson of latitudes. After that, you can look at the lesson longitude separately. So my dear children, stay with me. Subscribe my channel. Then you will learn a lot of lessons. Thank you very much, all of you.